Good morning, class 8C. In our last class, we have started the chapter matter, and we came to know about what is a matter. After that, we have seen what are the three different states of matter. Then we discuss also about kinetic molecular theory of matter, and in that we discuss about kinetic energy. The energy possessed by the virtue of motion was called kinetic energy. Then after that we discuss about intermolecular space, the empty spaces between the molecules of matter. They are called interparticle or intermolecular spaces. And after that we discuss about intermolecular force of attraction. Intermolecular force of attraction means the attractive forces between the molecules of a substance. And then we discuss about cohesive and adhesive force along with example. So cohesive force is the force of attraction between the same kind of molecules, whereas adhesive force is the force of attraction between the molecules of different kinds. Till there we have seen in the last class. Now today we are going to see about the change of state of matter. Before that, just have a thought on these two questions, which will be understanding by today's lesson. Say for example, number 1, when water is cooled, it changes to ice. Why? Because most of you have noticed that when water is cooled, or when you keep the water in refrigerator, it changes to ice, that is solid form. Why this happens? Next, a gas completely fills the container in which it is kept. Why? So if we have got a container and if you keep their gas, then it will occupy that whole container. Why this happens? Okay, this is the matter of thought. So please have a thought on it. So when we complete the class about the change of a state of matter, you'll be able to answer this question. Now, change of state of matter. As we know that matter exists in 3 different states: solid, liquid and gas. Now, this change of state of matter depends upon 3 main factors: the intermolecular space, the intermolecular force of attraction, and collision between molecules. So when any matter is changing from solid to liquid or from liquid to gas, so these 3 factors are responsible for it. Now, regarding solid, liquid and gas. Solid, in case of solid, the intermolecular force is the strongest in solid. That means the force between the molecules of matter is very, very strong. So the intermolecular space between the molecules in solid is practically absent. So the space between the molecules, you don't find the space between the molecules, or it is, we can say, it's practically absent, and the molecules are closely packed together. Hence, the molecules in solid hardly move about, they only vibrate about their position. So in case of solid, the intermolecular force is strongest, whereas the intermolecular space means the space between the molecules is very, very less, or we can say practically absent. Why? Since the molecules are closely packed, and because of this, the molecules in solids, they hardly move about because they don't have the space. They just only vibrate at their own place. Okay, this is about the solids. When you come for liquid, the intermolecular force of attraction in liquid is not as strong as that in solid. So the intermolecular force of attraction is strong in solid, whereas in case of liquid is not as strong as that of solid. So the intermolecular space in liquid is more than that in solid. So you can see the space between the molecules in case of liquid, and the molecules are less closely packed. The molecules in liquid can move from one position to another within the liquid. So since they have got the space between them, so one molecule can move from one place to another. That is why liquids have the property of being able to flow. Because of this, the liquids have the property that it can flow. The molecules in liquids collide more frequently with each other than in gases due to shorter distance between them. So the molecules that is present in liquid, they collide more frequently because they are in motion than the in gases due to shorter distances between them. Now, regarding gases, the intermolecular force of attraction is the weakest because the molecules will be very far away from each other. So the intermolecular space in gases is the largest in comparison to liquids and solids. So when you compare this solid and liquid, the intermolecular space, that means the gap between the two molecules, is very very high. As a result, the molecules gases are very far apart and randomly move about in the whole space. So they randomly move in the whole space available to them. The molecules in gases also frequently collide with each other. They will collide with each other as well as with the wall of the container where they have been kept. Okay. So this is about the you can say the characteristics of solid, liquids and gas in comparison with intermolecular forces, intermolecular space. Okay. Fine. Now today's assignment number 2. Question number 1. In which state of matter the intermolecular space between the molecules is least? Question number 2. What happens to the intermolecular force of attraction as the intermolecular space between molecules decreases? Question number 3. What are the factors responsible for the change of the state of matter? And question number 4. In which state of matter the intermolecular force the weakest? So complete this assignment and send it